Hi, this is Kathy Weymouth from Tune the Temple, and I'm so happy to be outside. Spring has finally sprung in Vermont, and so here I get to record outside, and I just want to encourage you today. The encouragement I want to give is to people who get stuck in people pleasing. And I can really relate to this, and I'm learning so much from a class I'm taking called Positive Intelligence. It's a class for coaches to train more effectively and to coach more effectively. And if you're a coach, check out positiveintelligence.com. And I just want to give Shirzad the credit for what I'm learning. So if you are a people pleaser, then it's likely that you may be already following me, because people pleasers have a tendency to be having a hard time with setting boundaries. And a lot of people that follow me are looking for boundary setting help. So anyway, here we go. If you are a people pleaser, or you get stuck in this, what is that is your basic nature? Your basic nature is that you are a caring and giving person, and you love to give and you love to help other people. It's a wonderful quality. Now, what is the problem, or what is like a motivation that's going on with you, maybe even subconsciously? You want to gain other people's love and acceptance and approval by doing things such as rescuing them and pleasing them and flattering them. You think that these are the strategies that help other people like you. Okay, now often these things that you might be doing as a people pleaser actually backfire on you and do the opposite. And so there's a lie in here. There's like a hidden agenda, a hidden motivation that doesn't actually work. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit more details about that. If you're a people pleaser, then you tend to only say pleasing and flattering things to people, and you tend to only give instead of asking for your needs to be met. Okay, so these attempts actually cause a lot of stress in your life. It's exhausting to be giving all the time and trying to please other people. You're watching, you're looking for what people need, you're very attentive, very vigilant, and it's exhausting. And you also might start feeling some resentment because you're doing all the giving and no one's actually giving back to you, and so you might get a little resentful of that after a while. You might also start to just doubt yourself, and you might have struggles with just relationships in general, because they may not be as a good a relationship as you're wishing for or hoping for. Okay, so let's talk about some things that you do, things that your strategies, and what you could do differently. Okay, so first of all, if you're only saying pleasing, flattering things to people, then you are avoiding a couple of things that are actually healthy. You are avoiding giving constructive criticism and feedback to people in a kind and gentle way. And secondly, you're avoiding setting boundaries with people and saying no. And you struggle with these things, okay? You struggle with giving feedback. You struggle with setting boundaries. Because remember, you want to be liked and you want to be appreciated. And you think that these are not going to help if you give feedback or if you set boundaries. You think people are going to be irritated and annoyed with you rather than liking and accepting you. You think people are going to go away from you rather than come closer to you. Okay, and then another thing that you do that you're avoiding is asking for your needs to be met, because you think that by giving, people are going to like you better. But you don't think that if you ask something of them that they're going to be drawn to you. You think that they're going to resent you. Okay, so here is how you shift out of this, and this is really interesting to me. You shift out by thinking about, what are these hard things that you really ought to be doing, that are really healthy to be doing, and how could they be a gift? How could they be a gift to the other person? How could they be a gift to you as well? So let me take my examples here. If you don't like to give feedback to people, you only want to say nice things to them, and so you don't ever want to say the tough things that need to be said. Okay, let's think about how this could be a gift. Now, if you are giving someone constructive feedback, think about how this could help them in their lives and in their other relationships and their relationship with you. So it's a gift to give people feedback, as long as it's done in a graceful, kind way with the right motivation. Okay, so not only is it a gift to them, though, it's a gift to you, because it will probably, over time, improve your relationship with this person, and it will help you come out of people pleasing and only just saying the positive things. Okay, so that's an example. Or what about setting boundaries and learning to say no with people? What's the gift in that? The gift could be that you are learning to speak up. It's a gift to you. You're learning some strategies that are healthy. You're learning to say no when you really don't want to do something, and in the past you would have done it anyway and been resentful. But now you're going to be able to say no to the things that you really don't have the heart to do. And the other person, the gift to the other person is that they're going to actually really love your yes in the future. Love when you do say yes to them. They'll appreciate you more. They're not going to take you for granted as much. Okay, so there's gifts in that. Okay, and then what about the gift of you asking for your needs to be met? Okay, first of all, the gift to you would be that you have some of your needs met. Okay, what is the gift to the other person? Oh golly, I'm drawing a blank on this one. People love to give. People like to be needed. People feel like a sense of accomplishment when they give. So this is a gift to them. Okay, so let's see. They like to be healthful, and they have a sense of self-worth and sense of goodness in themselves when they give. So see how you can take what seems to be, oh my gosh, this seems so hard, to give someone feedback or to set boundaries or say no or to ask for what I need. This seems so hard as a people pleaser. But let's switch the mindset. Let's stop listening to this character in the brain, the pleaser character in your brain that is pushing you to be a people pleaser. Stop listening to this voice in your head and start listening to the other part of your brain. So you're building new neural pathways to the positive part of your brain that's looking for how things can be a gift. Okay, yeah, they might be hard, but they can be a gift. And I think one of the reasons why it's so hard to do these things that are actually helpful and positive, is because you have this underlying fear. When I heard Shirzad say this, I was like, yes, exactly. I have that fear. There's like an underlying fear of making someone temporarily unhappy. Like that's a bad thing. And I catch myself doing that all the time. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. It's really hard for me. So I avoid saying the more constructive things and the setting the boundaries and the asking for my needs, because I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable. I want them to be happy. And why would I want that? Well, I want that for them, but probably subconsciously I also want it because I want them to like me and approve of me and become closer to me. So when you avoid giving words that are not just positive, and when you avoid asking for your needs to be met, people start not trusting you as much, actually, and they actually can move away from you rather than trust and love you more. So why don't you try some of these strategies? I'd love to hear if it works out for you. How can you turn something that seems so hard and think about what the gift would be in that, and then go ahead and do it? And you might have to do it afraid. You might have to do it with discomfort. But you will receive a gift, but more importantly, they will receive a gift. Okay, so this is, I hope, helpful for those of us who struggle with people pleasing. And we're going to move away from that. We're going to get healthier. We keep growing and growing no matter how old we are, right? Okay, Kathy Weymouth from tunethetemple.com.